Okay, so this is going to be my second attempt at recording this. The second part of this video. I never really intended it to be two parts necessarily, but I mean, this. So what happened is there's a spot, the fifth Easter egg, which I ran into a wall for some reason last night and was not able to unlock it. I clicked all the five spots you need to, and for some reason it's not triggering that scene. I did a little bit of research online. I even reached out to some people that do like speedrun kind of stuff on YouTube that for Riven just to see what they think. I mean, there's some confusion, I guess, about like the PS1 version versus the Mac version as far as like what you can see, what differences, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying not to get too far down that rabbit hole as far as like Googling is concerned. I can get could you know take all day to do that, but okay. So what we're gonna do, basically, in the last video, I saved right around whenever I clicked the second spot, which is the bowl in Tay. So now I'm just heading to the third spot, which took me a while last time because I had some issues with the sub, but I know where the sub is now, so it shouldn't take as long. But I'm also re-recording from this point because the second video I was having an issue with the mic. I'm listening to the stream now, and there's a delay, of course, but I mean, it seems like everything's recording properly. So that should be, at least for the beginning of the video, it should be good. I know the first video it like cut out. Okay, here we go. So I mean, if you're watching this for some sort of, I don't know, this is the closest thing I've really. I mean, it's the first thing I've recorded with commentary, and it's kind of the closest thing I've recorded to like a walkthrough, I guess. I mean, I don't typically like. Usually, I just label my videos as playthroughs because I'm not like, I don't want to purport to be like an expert or anything like that. And okay, that's right. I have to go lower the sub first. But I don't want it to seem like, oh, this is watch this video and I'll walk you through everything. But like I said, this one is the closest I've recorded to that. So that's why I wanted to re-record this second video and get as much commentary as I could, just in case someone is watching this, like needing help. Okay, so we're back at the sub. We just need to lower it and then go take the long walk back to where the sub is at. It's weird. I'm not getting any game audio on my TV, which is kind of strange because it's turned up. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to check back with the stream just to make sure it's recording my voice fine. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with any settings because, like I don't know, like I've talked about, I love the audio and all the sound effect stuff in this game, but it's not. I don't necessarily need to hear it right now for the sake of. Oh wait, no, am I going the right way? Yes. Okay. So yeah, basically what happened is, I mean, where I left off well, I can't really see it from here, but the trapeze thing, you would think the sub would be underneath the trapeze because that's where you took it up to get to the spot where I started off, but for some reason, I don't know. Like I said in the first video, nothing's perfect. I get it. There's going to be plot holes. There's going to be, especially in older, games that they had only so much. I don't know. Like I've watched a lot of interviews with it. It's been very interesting to get back into these games because I've been watching interviews with what's his name? Not Robin, Rand Miller, I think is his name. One of the creators of the kind of the brains, you could, for lack of a better, behind. He did most of the writing and stuff, and figured out, how to construct the puzzles and stuff like that. But I mean, a genius for his time, especially. Still, I mean, it's just to hear him talk, it's like kind of crazy to hear how he describes the stuff they were doing and the limitations that they had and how they kind of overcame them, and like every step of the way of making it was more about the original Myst, not necessarily Riven, because I think once they got to this point developing this game, they had a lot more, like not just financial support, but just like, probably more, it wasn't as much of like a, an operation in the garage, which for the time, I mean, Mac starting around that time and everything, it's like being in the garage was where the real shit happened. I mean, the scene is cool the first time, but it's like every time I have to trigger it and have to wait. But it's all good. But no, basically he was talking in this interview I was listening to, he was talking about how it was more about the creation of Myst and how they would get to a point where they'd make like some sort of big breakthrough graphically, and then it's like they would almost have to wait for the technology to catch up to them, what they were doing, and they would kind of be crossing their fingers hoping for the best with certain aspects of, how things would, if they would run correctly and that kind of stuff that's why it took them so long to make the game, from what I understand, is that every step of the way they would hit a wall, and then there would be some sort of breakthrough, or they would add like more hard drives to their computer, that kind of, they were always trying to play catch up. Or you could say technology was playing catch up with them. I don't know. It was a very interesting interview. I think I want to say the YouTube is Ars Technica, I think is which I've watched some interviews they do. And I know they get a lot into, like, it's more of a technical kind of, so it's like he started talking a little bit about like frame rates and this and that and all, resolution stuff. And I wasn't necessarily following all of it, but he's good at, explaining things for the layman, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to have to pull out the good old map. Okay, start here. I need to get to the control room. So I should just go forward. I mean, I'm hoping this audio, adjustment I made will make it where it doesn't just cut out in the middle of the stream. Because I'd change it to analog. Okay. Wait a second. Okay, so you're going left first, so I just need to, okay, so I need to go one more time. I'm getting confused because the map I drew has the starting point like on the circle, like on the main circle, but I think it's like off, it's like an offshoot, because I was fairly certain that you could go both ways from the starting point. Like you could turn your sub around and go the opposite way. Like that was the point of the circle that like was the starting point. But I must have sketched it wrong or something like that. So you don't spend this is a puzzle in itself, having to navigate the sub, but you don't spend too much time in it. So I didn't really spend that much time mapping it out. Let me see. Okay, so I should be at the tower right now. And I should just go straight one more time and then turn around and go to the right. And that should put me where I need to be. Okay. So I think that is the way to the school right there. Should be. Oh, wait. No, I did the wrong. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this, yeah, here to the right should be the place I need to be. And another issue I'm having, which again, I'm not going to mess too much with the settings. Okay, I'm going to wait for a second. I'm not going to mess too much with the settings because from what I played back the first video, and basically anytime there's something going on the screen, the sound effects of the game kind of, they're louder than my voice. So there's ever a point in this that you can't hear my voice. I mean, that's going to be why. But there's an option to mute the game audio while you are talking, which it sounds kind of unnatural sometimes. So I chose not to do that. Because this is overall a pretty quiet game. Like, it's not like a... Okay. Okay, so this is the third area right here. This sub, which is almost, nearly impossible to see on the screen of the PlayStation 1 version. But it is there. And in the Mac and PC versions, when you click it, or it might just be the Masterpiece or whatever edition, that like the remastered edition that they have. I think they have a remastered edition, Riven. Maybe not. Might be thinking I missed. Anyway, there in the PC and Mac versions, when you click on this thing, not only does the cursor disappear for all these things you click, but the sub is supposed to disappear. So I don't think that happens on the PS1 version, but one thing that does happen, which doesn't usually happen when you click these things, is there should be something with the... I remember the first time I hit it, there was something with the cursor that was different. So let's see if that happens again. Yep, there we go. You see that little blink? That doesn't usually happen when you click on the items. So I'm going to guess either that the sub did disappear and I can't really see it, or that whatever it is, something triggered. So, okay, where am I? Okay, come on. Oh, that's right. I'm on a ladder. Like I said, if this is helping someone out, if I'm, there's plenty of times that I've been stuck on something and looked just at random YouTube videos and seen, people walking you through. So this is for the PS1 version. So I'm just hoping that if there's anyone that's kind of, confused about what the differences are, can see this. Okay. So I need to turn around first of all. Okay, there's really nothing else we can do but go forward. And then I should just be able to go right and get right back to where I started. At this juncture. Which again, it confuses me because I swear on the last video, whenever I was at the starting point, I tried to turn around to go this direction, to head this way to get there because it's like the faster way. It wouldn't let me turn around and go anywhere, so it was kind of confusing me. But so this should be our starting point. If I did, yeah, I see that dock thing over there, so we're good. Okay, so the fourth one is going to require a little bit of traveling. But, well, oh man, no. See, if the first time I was in the third disc, I would have... 'cause there's a lever you can hit on the dome that will connect the two domes. because I do need to go. But one thing I wasn't sure on when I first started this was if I was going to have to do the rotating room, but I didn't think about the fact that I have to get to Gen's age for the Easter egg that wasn't working. So I do have to solve the dome puzzle. I have to solve basically all the puzzles in order to get where I need to be. God, they couldn't have made this a further walk. It's just like so many ladders and caverns and... Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go... Because I'm on disc 2, so it's like I could either go back to disc 1, solve all the rotating room stuff, and then... But I'm going to have to go forward to disc 3 anyway in order to... Because I don't have that lever pulled. Because I don't think I didn't bother to do that. So I'm going to just go to disc 3 and go ahead. I'll hit that lever, but where we're headed next is the survey island, the fourth island. So I might as well just, because the easiest way to get there is, I mean, you can technically get there from disc 2, I think. No, because there's still a door locked, because I haven't, okay, that's right. Because you can go down the elevator. There's 3 different, it's crazy, I'm just realizing, because it took me so long to get on this playthrough to get to that fourth island, because I wasn't, for some reason I wasn't putting together the fact those little blue button things just called the tram, that's all they do. I was thinking it was some part of some puzzle that I hadn't gotten to yet. So it took me forever just to put together that I could just hit that in his office and go straight there. But there's 3 different ways you can get there to that island. Okay, and while I'm here at this little part, so there was an Easter egg thing that I found on one of these websites that I did do it very briefly on the last video, but I didn't have commentary on, so I wasn't really able to explain what I was doing. But I'm going to see if it's something that, I don't think you have to unlock any of the other Easter eggs in order to do this, but I'm going to check. I mean, it might not even be necessarily like an Easter egg per se, but it's like, it's just kind of something cool that I didn't know you could do. But if you hit, there's this little thing right here. If you hit that, no. Okay, maybe I'm going to try this one more time. So maybe it is something you can only do whenever you unlock all the stuff. And we'll come back to it. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay. So that's one, if you click that little thing, you'll pop back in that little cart and like almost how you slid into the wood chipper thing. You'll just do it over again. So I mean, it's not like it's kind of it's clearly an Easter egg because it's not something I can do yet. But it's not as like visually interesting as the other ones. Okay. So we'll come back to that one once we get everything unlocked. Okie doke. Okay. All right, so we're gonna hit this switch real quick, just so once we have the dome, once I go back to this one and unlock that dome, we'll be able to get over here easier. Okay. One of many long walks. And I'm also going to, I mean, I have it written down, but I just want to, I know it, well, I mean, this is the same save file. So it should, this code that I have for the domes should work, should be fine. But I'm going to check his journal just in case, because I don't want it to be one of those things that, I feel like I did this on the last video. I can't remember the order I'm doing things. I'm getting kind of mixed up recording these. So, okay, let's go to his journal. I think it's right here. No. I just want to, it should actually be on the, if I left it where it was, it should just be on the page that the code is on. But I would hate to get to that point and have to backtrack and all that kind of stuff. Oh, let me see. Okay, cool. That's the same thing I've written down. All right. But I mean, that's even that for its time. I feel like that was. I mean, I'm sure other games might have been doing it, like generating. Might not be that difficult to actually do. But I felt like that was kind of cool. Did I press it? Okay. That was a cool aspect of it, that the code changed every time. So it's like you couldn't even looking at a walkthrough, it's like you still had to do some work and kind of have some understanding of how to solve a puzzle, I guess, or how to solve a code. All right, and this should save me a lot of time this time because I think like I didn't spend that much time on this island the last playthrough, so I forgot that you just turn the tram around and that's how you get to his elevator stuff. But I thought the elevator was on the actual island, so I started looking at all that stuff and just ended up turning around. Okay, so the fourth thing you have to click is right over here. I love how long it takes for doors to close behind you. Okay, I think I pulled this. Okay, so this is the fourth thing you have to click. I'm just going to click it once. All right, that's that. So this will actually take us... Wait, did it take us anywhere? There's a button somewhere. Is that it? Okay. So this should take us to, if I remember correctly, this is the same elevator that is in the idle head thing on disc 2. So this should take us there relatively quickly. Because the next spot we need to be in is disc 1 because I have to solve the rotating room puzzle in order to get the domes open. Okay. I hope I'm going the right way. I feel like this is... Yeah, because that's his... Yes, this is the path to the... Cause I remember that when you're chasing that person, this is the path to the elevator, right? Yep, okay. Yeah, because you have to chase this guy. You don't have to, but you... In order... He uses the tram thing right before you, so... This is where we need to be anyway. Okay, so now we just have to click that thing. Okay, so now we just have to click that thing. I mean, I guess it has to give him time to realistically come back after you dropped someone off. I'm going to go ahead and get the second disc ready. Okay, so we're going to go up. I wish there was a way to go all the way up and not have to wait for it to go to the middle level, but or wait, no, the middle level is where I need to be. What am I doing? I'm not thinking straight. This is the top. This is okay. Okay. Because I mean, that might be the quickest. I'm trying to think of what dome is quickest to get to once I get the fire marble thing solved. Which is something that again, like I wanted to do the work myself. I mean, if you watched any of the videos, I went in a lot of circles trying to get clues and stuff like that. I, for whatever reason, didn't figure out how to open the. Man, I didn't realize that you just. I mean, it should have figured like. He likes to put doors behind doors. So I should have just checked the behind. I forgot that you open a door in order to go. I'm going to say it's the fact that you can't see very well on the PlayStation 1 version. I mean, I have a decent TV, and I'm using a like an AV to HDMI thing, so it's like the picture should be improved just a little bit. Or I mean, that's what I have to use for streaming anyway. But oh wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. I mean, not the wrong. There's a way to get there that way, but it's longer. Or maybe it's not. I mean, it's probably about the same distance. But anyway, the fire marble puzzle. I went in a bunch of circles. For some reason, I didn't figure out how to open the dome, the red dome on the third island. But I mean, and like even I was looking through a walkthrough yesterday, and it just there was a point where I might be getting confused, but it listed like all the different things as far as like one of the lights isn't working, so it's like you're not sure what island that belongs to. But the fact that there's 6 colors and yellow isn't used, like they don't really ever tell you why you don't use yellow, or why they didn't, that they only used 5 instead of 6. I mean, I guess it's just to make the puzzle harder and more difficult to just kind of guess. Which, I mean, it's at 25. It's like I'm trying to think, 25 by 25. There's like 100. Is that 125? I'm maybe not doing math right, but there's so many different possibilities you can. So it's like the puzzle's already hard enough. You don't have to add an extra color. But anyway, in the walkthrough itself, it explained that Prison Island was blue, and it just listed that out as if that's just a given, and I don't understand why that was just kind of a given, because I feel like that was one of the things you had to guess between, because there was a little bit of guesswork involved with that puzzle. So, but I mean, I got it solved eventually, but I just wish I would have opened up that dome, because it would have been a lot easier. Wait a second. What am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Oh, I just kept going down the stairs. What was I doing? No, what is happening is I'm going to check the stream back to make sure I'm getting like mic recording. So whenever I do that, I just kind of go on autopilot and just start clicking. And I don't think about what I'm actually doing. So we're back to, because I need to be on disc 1. Is this the stairs right here? Yes. Just in case. I don't want to have to walk back here. Every time it just beats me over the head with the fact that that is a frog and that I missed that my first time. But the sound was pretty obvious, so it wasn't that bad. But all right, so we're going to go solve that rotating room. I'm going to try and do this because I mean, the first time you do it, of course, it's a lot of trial and error kind of stuff and waiting around, but I think I have it down to a science. Or wait, you know what? What I really need to be doing. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give her a save because this is the fifth and final point. I got too focused on getting to the Easter egg that I want to unlock. I mean, I'm going to show you, I guess I'm going to go through all of them in this video. I might as well, because the last one didn't have commentary. I'm probably just going to delete it. Okay, because there is actually Easter egg right around the corner that, okay, I'm pretty sure it's this little line right here. You see, it's like a very faint line. I'm fairly certain that is where it is. So I'm going to go ahead, because this is where I clicked last time. Let me get a good spot. It's hard to get. Okay, that's decent enough. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click that. So we're going to hope that, because there is an Easter egg right around the corner, oops, that we can trigger to, just to make sure that we got all the spots. Oh yeah, this is that part where Gin is like on the thing. We're off to see the wizard. Okay, so if everything worked properly, I should be able to click this and there will be, yep, all right. So, as far as I can tell, we've successfully hit all the 5 spots. So we've started unlocking Easter eggs. So this is the first one, is, you know, nice and festive. So, but I'm not gonna overwrite the save just yet, because I want to come back to that point, because I don't know. All the other spots were pretty obvious that I got them, but that one in particular is one that I'm still not 100% certain that, or like confident in the fact that I actually clicked in the right spot. But as far what everything I'm reading is saying that you have to get all 5 spots in the certain order in order to unlock any Easter egg whatsoever. So that would lead me to believe that the fact that that Easter egg just triggered that all of them should unlock, but I was having trouble with that fifth one. So, okay, like I said, I'm going to try and do this right the first time. I think you hit this 5 times total because you have to hit it. Well, we'll see. We'll count. I think it may be 4 times total because this is the trying to orient myself and think about the room itself. Because this opening should be, or no, it's closed. Wait a second. Yeah, okay, so that's the second time. So I should, kind of thinking out loud here, I should hit it. There should be an opening, but I'm not going to go through it. I'm going to hit it one more time, and then that should. Wait a second. No, this is not right. Or wait, is it? Okay, no. Yes, I'm right. I have to hit it one more time. I keep forgetting it's 5, of course. Okay. So yeah, I hit this one more time, and then that will bring the doorway to where I need it to be, around the corner. And I mean, at least they were nice enough to give you a peephole, but. But I remember this is something on the first playthrough, or on my playthrough that I recorded and everything, that I did not solve this room until much later. It's like, theoretically the first thing you should be solving. But it's that knife. It gave me a clue because I didn't really know what that knife was the first time I saw it, but once I was like, okay, I'm gonna click underneath there, and then I found out there was a way under. Okay, so this is a switch for the fissure, which I don't really need to hit, because I'm not gonna be doing any of those endings. But I do. Well, I guess I can go ahead and hit that. But there's this little lever I need to pull. I think I hit this 3 times maybe, or 4 total. I can't remember. Okay. And I want to shout out, there's this guy on YouTube who I was talking about does, okay, here's where we need to be. He does a lot of like Myst and Riven and, Uru, that kind of stuff, speed runs. And his name is Zaustus, Zaustus. I replied on I commented on one of his videos asking about this thing I was having trouble with, and he replied really fast and everything. So I just wanted to shout him out and, give him, if you're into the speedrun thing, which it's something that I could never go down that rabbit hole as far as getting into. I mean, watching them is fun and all, but like actually attempting them, that would be, respect to people that do that. Is there such thing as the opposite of a speed run? I want to do one of those. That's like the slowest you can get through a game. I want to say, I'm trying to think of how much my playthrough for the original Myst was 10 hours total, I think. Which I mean, puzzle games are all gonna be. It's gonna kind of vary as far as like how long it takes people. Should be open. Yeah. Okay. I think this brings us to the room we started in. Yes. So now we can hit this again and get to the dome. But I looked up how long it actually takes to finish Myst, just like clicking through everything, and it's. I mean, this person that I just shouted out, there's a version. I guess you don't have to get all the pages necessarily. There's only, I guess, certain things you need to solve in order to unlock that page, and then if you already have the fireplace, I guess that's the hardest part of the speedrun would be inputting that thing into the fireplace. So there's a way to get to the ending very quickly. I think he did it in like 40 seconds. But getting all the pages, I think, takes a lot longer. But it doesn't take 10 hours. It took me 10 hours, though. Like, I have been kind of playing with an idea, like, in my head as far as, like, because I don't want to call it a walkthrough, what I do. I call it playthrough, because, I'm playing it, but for games that are like this, or like puzzles where it's just like I'm just walking in circles, it's like I want to call it like a stumble through or something like that, like something to that effect, where it's just like I'm just kind of bumbling through. And I feel the same way because I've been recording Final Fantasy 15 videos too, which I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I'm going to start doing commentary on those or just finish out the game without it, But I feel the same way. I feel like I'm taking forever to do that because I'm doing all these side quests first. And it's getting to where I need to start doing. I think the next time I play it, I'm just going to try and grind on the story and just get that to where I need it to be. Because I feel like I'm hitting a wall with these side quests. I could grind and level up, but it's one of those games where I don't feel like you necessarily need to grind. And I did it at the very beginning. I think I did a whole session where I was just trying to level up, but if you just kind of go through the game on its own, you'll hit the levels you need to, because you don't level up like, oh wait, I didn't hit that switch that I needed to. I did that thing again where I was just kind of talking and on autopilot. We'll hit it on the way back though. But in that game, Final Fantasy 15, it's weird. You don't level up in the usual way. It's not just by, you do by fighting enemies, but you also do it for doing side quests. So I have been able to level up quite a bit just by doing these side quests, but I feel like I've hit a nice, plateau, I guess you could say, where I need to start getting through the story. All right, so I can't forget to hit this switch, and then I have to go up and do the fire marble thing. And I guess I have to go. I do have to go back to disc 3, which is something. Like I said, I'm focused on doing this thing, getting this all solved, so I can get to the other Easter egg. But I still do need to show the other Easter eggs that we have unlocked. So we'll get to those in a second. I need to head back towards disc 3, but I can stop at disc 2 because there is a pretty cool Easter egg there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to unlock here. Oh, I do need to hit one switch, I think. Or no, I can't really hit it because I have to. That's right. I can't hit the switch yet because this is my way back. This is my only way back currently. trying to think, did I must have saved after. Yeah, okay, cool. I was wondering why it wasn't ever letting me zip. See, I keep wondering if the lights are still on. No, it doesn't look like they are. Guess you have to turn them on every time you enter the room. I'm trying to think, should I save? No. Because I'm thinking, should I overwrite? Because I'm in the spot anyway. Yeah, you know what? The last time I regretted not saving. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a save again. Just in case, like I said, I'm pretty sure you have to hit all the spots in order to unlock any of the Easter eggs whatsoever. But just in case it's like one of those like 1-for-1 kind of things where it's like each Easter egg is correlated with a spot you have to hit, then maybe I'm not getting this spot and that's why it's not unlocking that thing. So I'm going to save right here just in case, and that way I can come back to it and try and hit it again. It'll be a very long walk though, like trial and error wise, to like try and hit something and then like go all the way to the age and where I need to be. But I don't know. I'm hoping it just works on this playthrough and there was something I'm just not thinking of that I wasn't doing. Cause it is a bit of a plot hole kind of thing that the opera is after you capture him, which is it's just kind of odd that you have to capture him in the book in order to get access to his downstairs area, his bedroom. And then once you get in the bedroom, you click the tapestry and then it kind of just transports you back up to the cage, and that's where he does the little opera thing. So it just begs the question. It's like, why wouldn't they find a way to trigger that without having him captured? Because wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyway. All right, so I keep checking back every now and then in the stream, and it seems like the audio is working. So I mean, whatever I did must have worked. That's makes me feel a little better. But